Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Ultimo Gallows here, DIY Mississippi Film Works. This is the next issue of The Wrestler. This is a special issue. See that special issue. January of 86. Remember I saw the poll? I think it was in the last one. They were about the poll. You know, the best wrestlers of the 20 years the Wrestler magazine has been around. So they started in, what, 66? Wow. So I always, as a kid, until the was coming out, thinking, oh, PWIs, that was the big one. So, that had to be the first one. No, the Wrestler, I think, was before PWI. The Wrestler and Inside Wrestling ones, I made sure I didn't miss any at all. They were a little bit cheaper. PWI was always about 50 cents higher because they had more color. They had color. All right, we got Rick, we got Hogan, we got young Hogan, too. Look at that. That is a young-ass Hogan. We got Bruno. Okay. Small engine repair, Lord of the Rings. I love it. Oh, look, the return of the beardless Doug McKay, Outlaw J.D. McKay. Oh shit, got some Ricky Steamboat. That'd make a cool ass picture for something. Terry Taylor, Chris Adams, Kevin Von Erich. Okay, remember, this is when that guy, Javier Fernandez, was sending in the WWC reports, which is kind of cool. I can remember reading these going, ooh, I want to see Puerto Rico. Because in my brain, it's part of the United States, they're going to speak English, and then was it somebody I went to school with had a satellite and get whatever channel this was airing on wherever in the States. They didn't tell me it was in Spanish. They made me a tape, and after watching it once in Spanish, I don't want to watch this. It wasn't until about late 90s I got into watching wrestling that was not in English. Yeah. And that was with Lucha. And that's what me understand a little Spanish by then. Okay, who is that? Oh, God. Misty Blue Sims. If you're over the age of 18 and watching this, which you should be in the first place because I fucking cuss all the time, go onto Google, type in the Rialto report, RIALTO report, plus Misty Blue Sims, and go listen to this podcast. It's really entertaining. I can't go into a lot of detail. We just say Misty Blue had a side business besides wrestling, and part of it, was like Foxy Boxing and oil wrestling. Part of it was other stuff. Flair. Look at the old-ass NWA World title. Look how small that is. All right, we got our thumbs up, thumbs down. Kendall Windham. Kendall Windham was like everybody I knew's buddy that could work on a car. Exotic Adrian Street. Oh, come on now. Don't be giving thumbs down to Adrian Street or Jerry Lawler or Macho Man. You know what, though? This is not a bad lineup for the 8. I mean, I'm a Flair fan. I like Snake. I'm not a Kendall Windham fan. Bobby Heenan's good. Lawler, Macho, huge Adrian Street fan. Probably the best wrestler to come out of Wales that I can think of. I mean, he'll show out. Mason Ryan. Starship Eagle. Dan Spivey, if I remember right. Let's see what it is. 6'6". Yeah, probably. 6'6" and 235? Jesus. Dude's fucking huge and okay, because I'm 6'3" barefoot and I stay around 200 pounds now. And I look like a big guy. So I can imagine, he's going to look tiny at 6'. I mean, height-wise, but like mass-wise, look tiny. Huh. And Coyote, which is his tag partner, is Scott Hall. This is when was this? 86? Oh, makes sense. Kerry Von Erich. Look, there's Mike. Look, Mike doing the face again. Is that after Mike had his episode? Okay, yeah, it probably is. One Man Gang! Let me see One Man Gang. Okay, y'all out there been following wrestling online for years and years. Who was the reviewer out there? They were like sort of religious, but not like a get in your face about it way. But the one thing that I caught on was if they were talking about a oh my god moment, they called it a One Man Gang moment. And like the first 2 times I read it, I'm like, oh, okay, I get what they're doing here. Who was? Does anybody remember? I don't think posted on like Usenet. This is post Usenet. This is probably 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, somewhere in there. So it's probably one of the many websites. I love my making. All right, Michael PSAs. Don't think I've ever seen a Gene Kaninsky match. Everybody else up here, I've seen at least a match from. And these guys still around? I don't think so. No. Hell, was Buddy Rogers still around? I don't remember when this is coming out. Ric Flair collects his own bounty. Why pay flunkies when I can do it better myself? In early April '85, Ric Flair placed a $10,000 bounty on the head of Wahoo McDaniel. By June, ante had been up to 20,000 by September 1st, in order to get the job done right, he had to do it himself. That was a good little feud. Haunted by the shadow of Sergeant Slaughter. Corporal Kirschner's losing battle. Yeah. When Sergeant Slaughter left the WWF, he left behind not only a legacy of wrestling success, but an image of imitable proportion. Now, allegedly, out of the 82nd Airborne emerges America's latest would-be hero, Corporal Kirschner. Can this Rambo come lately replace Sergeant Slaughter in the hearts and minds of fans? No. But he becomes Leatherface in Japan and does time in Japanese jail, and like WWE declares him dead when he's not, and all kinds of crazy shit. And Puerto Rico, I was talking about Puerto Rico earlier. He was in Puerto Rico. He sucked as Corporal Kirschner's Leatherface. I mean, they played to his weaknesses because he wasn't that great a wrestler, but you give him a good gimmick. All right, let's start our poll for 10 greatest wrestlers of the wrestler years. Not surprised here. Number 1, Bruno. Number 2, Flair. Okay, the Abner mags, or whatever you want to call them, the London mags, the Western mags, whatever, leaned heavily away from WWF because once they lost the ability to shoot at ringside, they're like, fuck y'all. We'll just support every other Fed. Because they were, this company was based in, like, I think their offices were actually in New York. I know they had a P.O. box outside. So, you think they push, but look, it's over at 3. 4, Dusty Rhodes. 5, Vern Gagne. I'm not a Vern fan. 6, Harley Race. I love me some Harley. I haven't seen a whole lot. I've probably seen 30 matches. Look at that. Old Bruno. Bruno's one of them guys. He's alright. I'll watch him. Like if I'm watching old WWF stuff and he shows up, I'll watch the match. I'm not going to fast forward. He's one of them guys where I'm like, yeah, skip. Flair. Oh, God, yeah, I love me some Flair. Out of all those, y'all remember all the WWE DVD sets? Well, for a while there, I probably owned like 80% of those things. I buy the ones I really wanted when they came out. If you just waited a little bit, they drop them to like $5 really quick, and I buy them. And the only ones I kept, because I purged my collection, like, I don't watch any of this. It just sits on the shelf, eating up space. I don't watch any of it. I'm going to get rid of it. I'll sell them at shows. And people were happy as hell because DVDs are still fairly big when I was doing it. They're still halfway big in my area. But the only ones I like my Flair sets. Hogan. I've never been a Hogan fan, even as a kid. Dusty Rhodes, no, I've never been a big fan of Dusty. All right, Fritz von Erich, Nick Bockwinkel. Okay, these are interesting because these are 3 headers. I'm going to read these real quick. Okay. This is Craig Peters, who was there forever. His number 1 is Bruno. Number 2 is Flair. Number 3 is Gagne. Okay. Number 4 is Mil Mascaras. I would not have him near that high. 5 is Bob Backlund. 6 is Harley Race. 7 is Giant Baba. 8 is Bruiser Brody. 9 is Dusty Rhodes. 10 is Jack Briscoe. Not bad. I mean, I would not have Mascaras on my list. I would have Dusty. To me, Dusty, until Dusty retired, this era, until Dusty retired and really did what he did down in Florida with NXT and FCW, he did more damage than he did good. All right, this is Eddie L. Notice their heel. Their heel guy. Number 1, Don Leo Jonathan. Number 2, Bruno Sammartino. Number 3, Killer Kowalski. Number 4, The Sheik. Number 5, Kevin Von Erich. Wow, that's surprising. 6, Mil Mascaras. 7, Ric Flair. 8, Nikita Koloff. 9, Chief Jay Strongbow. 10, Harley Race. Joe Schumerman. Number 1, Moolah. Wow, okay. Number 2, Harley Race. Number 3, Ric Flair. Number 4, Terry Funk. Number 5, Nick Bockwinkel. Number 6, Vern Gagne. Number 7, Dick the Bruiser. 8, Kowalski. 9, Dory Funk Jr. And 10 is the Sheik. See, Terry's only on one of these lists, really. 9, Jack Briscoe. 10, Dory Funk. Okay. Bill Abner. Mil Mascaras. Bruno Sammartino. Jack Briscoe. Ric Flair. Dory Funk Jr. Vern Gagne. Harley Race. Nick Bockwinkel. Cowboy Bob Ellis. That's a new name. And Johnny Valentine. Okay. Peter King. Who I don't remember who that is. Bruno Sammartino. Jack Briscoe. Bob Backlund. Ric Flair. Terry Funk. Fuck yeah. Fritz Von. I'm not a Fritz fan, what I've seen of him. I've seen like older Fritz. Don Leo Jonathan, Dusty Rhodes, Mr. Wrestling 2, Superstar. Alright, and this is Stu Sachs. Okay, I remember Stu. Bruno, Carl Gotch, Vern Gagne, Killer Kowalski, Flair, Mascaras, John Leo Jonathan, Backlund, Hogan, Briscoe. Wrestling for Success. Wildfire, Tommy Rich learns how to control the flame. All signs point in the right direction. Tommy Wildfire Rich fired up. It's poised for a comeback. He's got a new attitude and renewed enthusiasm and the best chance to win the NWA World title he's had in years, which is 0. Who's he taking on here? The Flame. Oh, God. Is he in Continental? Holy shit. Hold on. Is it Southeastern then, maybe? Oh, my God. The Flame. Big fat guy in a shit mask. I'm of this theory, and I'm not going to name names from my area. Well, no, I'm not going to name names from my area. That every state in their wrestling back then with territories, now in their indies, and quite not big to say, sometimes you need 2 or 3. If you got a big state like California, probably needs 3. Texas 3, yeah. Alaska 1, Mississippi 1, Alabama 1. Is every state needs some big fat guy and like some sweats and some wrestling boots and a shitty mask that wrestles is like, the Flame or the the Masked Man or the Hooded Menace, or just stupid shit like this. And does the easiest cheap heat stuff they could do. There was the Mississippi one that I could think of is actually a group. There was a solo guy in Mississippi for a short while, but he's in Alabama. I don't think he wrestles with a mask anymore. Is that Owen? That's Tommy. It looks like Owen Hart there for a second. Matt Brock's looking back. Harley Racer was Dory Funk Jr. 1973. Ooh. This would be interesting to see. I'll have to go ask around and see if this is out there. 74, I doubt it. Okay. Continental is around, and Tommy Rich is at the top. All right, so Continental's around. We got Tommy Rich is out in Union Street, the Flame. I'll just read the ones that I was watching and focused on by this time. So this is what? January 86, so late 85. Okay. I was only getting one NWA, WCW, Crockett, whatever you want to call it, show on my TV. If I was lucky on Saturdays, we'd be over at my grandma's and I'd catch Saturday nights, but wouldn't guarantee you get to hear it or any of that because me and Grandma would be trying to watch people be talking. So, yeah. WWF in late 85, we got one of their shows, maybe 2 at Saturday Night's Main Events. Yeah. World Championship. Who is this? Like, it's not world class. It's not South. I really do not get. Anybody watching these know what this world championship is? I'm just baffled. Okay, I was watching World Class. We got their syndication show. Okay, Iceman. I love me some Iceman. Gino, yes. Brody, yes. Kevin Leonard. Out of all the Von Erichs, after David died, Kevin's the only one I gave a flying fuck about. So, yeah. Chris Adams, fuck yeah. Kerry, don't give a shit. Ronda Diaz, man. One Man Gang, fuck yeah. Kabuki's cool. Taylor Tim Brooks, man. Mid-South, we got Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch, yeah. Natural Butch Reed, Hacksaw Dugan. Ted DiBiase, Jake Roberts, Lord Humongous. Not the Lord Humongous we have floating right now, the Barbarian. That would be. I don't know. Would that be the one that was from the Powers of Pain? Because there's a Congo the Barbarian listed in World Class over here. World Championship, sorry. Steve Williams, Dick Slater. Like that. Sorry, Dale. Sorry. Giving y'all a little preview. I do previews these videos for some people. A buddy of mine watched one and it was like, not slagging me off. I was like, come on, man, really? Dick Slater, you don't like Dick Slater? I just don't. My thing is, Dick Slater only really stood out as if he's in an area where Terry Funk never went or Terry Funk rarely went to. And I don't know, dude. I mean, he ain't a channel. He ain't like a Jimmy Jack Funk where I'll fuck this match. I don't care. That match could be whatever. Best match ever. Jimmy Jack Funk's involved. I'm not watching it. He ain't that low, but he's down that buzz story, okay? Florida, I was still watching, so we got Rick Rude, yeah. Kendall Windle, ugh. Wahoo, yeah. Billy Jack, yeah. Kevin Sullivan, yeah. Mike Graham, ooh. Playboy Buddy Rose. Bob Root. I never was a Bob Root guy, Buzz McGrind. Jack Hart, that's Barry Horowitz. He's good. Memphis, which is mid-southern in here for some reason. Jerry Lawler, Coco Beware, Phil Hickerson. First three good. I don't remember Charles Bo Robota. Magnolia Stomper's great. Tojo Yamamoto, not a fan. Lord Jonathan Boyd, Britt Morgan, Billy Joe Travis is great. Continental, though. Tommy Rich, who I've never been a fan of, and Continental, he's okay. Zadie Andrew shoots the best. The best. Met him when I was a kid at, what was that, lumber? It was like a lumberyard hardware store in Pascagoula on Market Street. Anybody watching this? That was around back in the 80s. Pascagoula, Mississippi. What was the hardware store on Market Street? It was a lumber hardware store. Adrian Street showed up there one time to sign autographs, so did Austin Idol. Because Russell, if you watch this, your brother got an autograph picture of Austin Idol today. I'm like, fuck you, I got Adrian Street. Excuse me. The Flame. Yeah, of course. Jimmy Golan, he's all right. Robert Fuller, fuck yeah. Brad Armstrong, fuck yeah. Roberto Soto, no idea. Ron Fuller's cool. Bill Ash, I remember Roy Welch. Oh, have I met Roy? I don't think I have. I've met Jimmy Fuller and Fuller. Probably the only ones. No, Lawler. Damn, where's Bill Dundee? I was gonna say, that's the other big name. Well, not big name, but name that you would think would be on one of these lists. Is he tagging with somebody? Yeah. Oh, I forgot I met the Rock and Roll Express. Shit. How can you forget that? Yeah. Man, like I'm gonna see Teddy Hart on here. Yeah, or who else? The managers. I like this managers. Jim Cornette, Paul Ellin, Bob Heenan, Gary Hart, Lou Albano, Jimmy Hart, Percy Pringle, Paul Jones, General Scanner, Actor, Jimmy Valiant. Johnny Valiant, sorry. Johnny Valiant, get that right. And getting near the end here. Everybody's all the ads and the continuations of the articles. I hated that. What's the flip back for? Hated that shit. I had the weirdo friend that would read the shit from front page to back and be like, oh, I just remember where it left off when I got to the next section of it. Fuck, I can't do that. And I'm like, dude, you don't ever, you read wrestling magazines and comic books. I've never seen you crack a book open unless it's for school. But yet you could do that, so that proves to me you can read good, you can remember good, you can read a fucking book, and then, not saying no names, buddy. Thanks for the hot water heater help. And now he's reading like a book every couple of days. Reads more than I do, which is shocking now. Oh shit, the Von Erich game! Next time Gino cheats, don't just sit there and ram his head in the turnbuckle. It's like cribbage and a board. I don't know, but I want it. I want that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking Von Erich board game. And then, of course, the back. This one's in one of the best shapes of all of them. Do you have somebody interested in this one? I'm gonna let him know that I got the video made, and I told him we'll work out a deal. Him, I'll probably have to ship to. Which, hey, that's cool. I know how to pack a magazine. I got boxes and all that shit. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, share this video. If anybody knows where I can find a bunch of, and you say, they don't have to be in great shape. This is almost better shape than I'm used to getting my mags in. I'm used to getting beat up mags. Somebody knows where I can get them cheap. Let me know. Leave a comment. Email is asshatpodcast@gmail.com. Spell it just like it sounds. Asshatpodcast. Let me know. I'm going to get more. I'm having fun doing these, but I'm out. Laters.